Hello, beautiful collective. We're back again, and we will be doing a quick twin flame update. We've just come through some very powerful, extremely exciting new moon energies. So the moon went into Aquarius on Saturday, and I'm one day late, and I apologize, but I have been so sick. However, it's funny. Usually, when I'm sick, I really get down on myself, but the energy this time has felt very clean, very calming, very much in the vein of self love. And I thought, what better time than now to check in on the twin flames and how they're doing? So, as usual, we're going to have one side for the DFs, one side for the DM. So, we have the Tarot Nefertari for the DFs. This is a new deck that I can't wait to get into. The Gilded Tarot Royale, which is my classic favorite, for the DM. For the connection in the middle, we're going to have the Tried and True Light Seers. We'll get a significator from the Psychic Tarot, and we'll wrap it up with advice from the Moonology deck. What better deck to use than the Moonology deck if we're checking in on the new moon? And I know that you guys are going to be like, well, you know what? The new moon energy kind of dissipated, hasn't it? I'm like, no. Actually, the new moon energy has not dissipated because it lasts until about the next full moon. So we have quite a bit of time to check in on the energy. In fact, it builds as we get past that energy versus what it's building to. Now you know how to build from. And I think that that is probably a much stronger place to start from. All right, so let's get a significator for our beautiful divine feminines for this reading. Wisdom. Gorgeous energy. I'll correct everything later to make sure everything's in shot. Of course, everything is put upside down for me so that you guys can actually get the most of this reading. All right, let's do one card for the Divine Masculine, one significator for Mr. DM. Okay, our DMs are such overachievers sometimes. So we get Solitude and we get Victory and Success. Okay, interesting. It's interesting because, and this is just the juvenile in me, and you guys are going to learn that about me eventually. It actually reads 69. So definitely some mirroring happening. I have felt that the energy has gotten a bit lighter. All planets are now direct, and we know that even Uranus is direct today, and that is creating a lot of relief, a lot of like, finally I can explore myself, finally I can explore these feelings that I have, finally I can go deeper. So let's see how that energy is playing out for our gorgeous divine feminines. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do 3 sets of rows. First row is going to be the current situation. So 3 cards, please. Okay. So this one actually fell in the reverse. It is the 9 of Cups in the reverse. Okay. So for you guys, it'll look like that. So the 9 of Cups in the reverse. Interesting. 2 more cards for the current situation. I have played with this deck offline, and it is beautiful. The 2 of Swords, the 5 of Swords, and the 9 of Wands. Okay. Okay. How is the DF thinking and feeling about this connection with her DM? 3 of Pentacles. Two of Wands. Typically only do 2 cards, but hey, when more cards come, right? You gotta take it. But I'll only be taking 3 cards, okay? And the King of Wands. All right. DFs, what's up? What's up, DFs? Beautiful DFs. Some pretty masculine energy happening right now. All right, and then a outcome, a couple of cards for an outcome. So what's going to happen next? Let's do it until this full moon. That'll come up in February, in like 2 weeks. The Queen of Cups. Ace of Swords. Five of Wands. Okay. All right. Interesting energies, DF. It's like as the planets are going direct and the energy's clearing, I'm thinking that you guys are slipping into your masculine energies deeper and deeper. Not a bad thing. You are Hierophant energy, so net, it's not a bad thing. It's just interesting. Okay, so let's do the same for the DM. And some people love to watch the cards come. They love to hear about, my initial thoughts about how the energies are reflecting, and some folks don't. So I'll leave timestamps below so you can take a quick look at your, if you're interested only in the DF's energy, or just after all the cards are down. Again, tarot is a process, and I will say this to anybody. It's like watching content from anybody. You have to respect their process, right? And this definitely is something that I've learned through watching readings, learning about tarot, is that energy of temperance. You have to be patient through this twin flame cycle, at least, right? Alrighty. So, what is the current situation for this DM? Too many. I'm not taking that. Also, I'll take the one that flipped over. Ace of Swords is at the bottom of the deck for the DM, and I'll put the same for the DF. I believe it was the Knight of Wands. I'll just put it in a place so you can see it. Okay, so we got Ace of Pentacles, the World, wow, and the Six of Wands. Interesting. The energies are so different. I mean, I know that you guys are mirroring each other, so, where there's a little bit more defensiveness and shade, somebody else is looking to come in and win, right? Not done shuffling yet, so that's not the back of the deck, but definitely some truths to be had. There is an Ace of Swords in the outcome for the DM, for the DF. So let's see, what are their current thoughts and feelings about? Okay, all three. Six of Swords, Strength, Page of Pentacles. Okay, Ace of Swords still at the bottom of the deck. And then a possible outcome. All right. Well, I didn't speak too soon, so I'm okay with that. Okay, the Sun. Five of Swords. I think it came out in the other one. Yes, it was the Page of Cups, the Sun, this Five of Swords. That's how it fell. All right. So let's get a quick significator for this connection. I had to touch those cards to see if any of the energy in it was truly meant to. Oh, whoa, okay. We got the Hope. So we have Hope here. Not a bad thing, right, for the connection. So we have Hope. The bottom of the deck is the base chakra. Okay. So there's the base chakra here. Alrighty. So we only do one card for the connection between DM and DF for each side. We have a connecting column of energy, basically. So one card for what's the current situation between them? We know how she's feeling. Okay, we got two cards because Spirit is feisty with me today. Okay, so we have the Page of Swords and the Seven of Wands. Interesting. I know it was supposed to happen this way, so I'm fine with it. Their thoughts and feelings towards each other. Aw, you guys. Ace of Cups. And a connecting energy for the potential outcome. Wow, okay. What's the outcome? Okay. Ten of Swords. Whew. What am I tapping into here? You guys, this is a journey of love. Like, come on. The thoughts and the feelings is a cup of love. What? Okay, let's keep going. So Page of Pentacles was at the bottom of the deck for the connection. So let us start with the DFs. I'm actually almost like tempted to say, did the energies do a switcheroo or something? What happened? You guys, like, seriously, DM side looks like DF side now, with all these beautiful major arcana cards. But I mean, we have all the planets going direct, so things that may have felt unbearable or insurmountable, maybe they seem a lot closer and in reach to our DMs. Okay. But we're going to do the DFs first. All right, DF. With the Nine of Cups in the reverse, you almost have given up hope in this relationship. Within these energies, this journey, you still completely understand that you love this person. Right? You have wisdom here. That was your significator. So you are a Hierophant. You now know. It's kind of like, I'm getting the sense that you've seen this pattern so much. You are now okay with detaching. That's why with the Nine of Cups in the reverse, you are walking away from whatever was your wish fulfillment, which in the lot, like, let's be honest, for most of us, it's our DM, right? Our DM is our wish fulfilled. DF is saying, I'm okay. She has blindfolds on and she's not really making a decision. She knows that the truth is there. She's right now feels that there is victory in walking away. Victory in putting up a barrier. Victory in... It's like once you have that in your mind, you might just become so numb to this whole experience in a way that you are like, I see it. I am wise enough now to know your pattern. I'm wise enough now to know not to fall for this, and this. And it's very, very sad because if I look at the current connection for the DM, it's kind of like the opposite is true. DM is going inward because DM has finally realized that it is when going inward that they truly understand the path to victory and success. And it's a card that's like purple indigo, and I consider that to be like the color of your third eye and third eye. So I think that there's definitely something that DM is sort of awakened to, and it's come by going inward, come by going into your solitude, come by going into like your hermit state. There is a bit of sadness here, I won't lie. Like this picture of this girl, she's totally sad, but she is wearing blue, so she's ready to talk about it. The cards in the middle, the significator is actually hope. So I think that DM is actually going to bring a lot of hope into this for the next 2 weeks. Now, you guys, this may not be physically, this may not be in the 3D, this could be just energetically. Energetically, the energy will start to feel a little bit lighter. Energetically, you'll just be able to breathe a little bit more. There is no point in feeling like, oh, give me 1 second, guys. Sorry, my dog has decided to choke himself. So sorry about that, guys. I am back. Everything that happens in a reading happens for a reason, so we have to remember that. And actually, when I went down to just check on my dog, he was chewing on his favorite like little chew toy. Decided to do a little choke. What I did find sitting next to him was a card on the floor. So I think I was meant to actually pick it up and see it. It is a number 8 card. It is a card of Trapped in Fear, and it was on the side of the DF on my table. Like, it was right underneath this side that is there. And I think this is what is holding DF back right now. 8 is the sign of infinity, and she is afraid that DM is going to be sitting there trapped in his fear for the rest of his life. And that is the thing that she has wisdom over, or that is the thing that sort of is coming up here with the wisdom card. Okay, so in an unbelievable change of events, we have a different sort of reading today, in the sense that DM, on the other hand, the connection for DM right now is that he is ready to make a solid 3D real life offer. Okay, my dog just confirmed that. This particular energy is saying, I'm here, I'm ready to play, let's go. This particular energy is also grounded. The stag energy is just, stags are unmovable. Like, you can break down an entire car with a stag, right? So that's the sort of energy that the DM is bringing. But this is a slow energy. This takes the longest, right? If a stag walking through with this big ass pentacle was walking through a forest, it would take forever to get where it had to go. But a cycle is ending on the side of the DM, and there is a big chance that he is feeling very victorious in this current situation. I want to say more, but I want to kind of also hold back, because I think that the story develops as I say it. On the side of what is going on between them, DF is putting up barriers. She has barriers right now. She's happy in her, it's funny, both of them are technically in solitude. One is in a different form of a solitude energy than the other. One is solitude to get out and be victorious. There are 2 cards of victory right here. The 6 of Wands and the victory and success. Technically in this deck, this is the same card. Both of them are saying the same thing. He is feeling victorious in some kind of new beginning that is happening in his life. I say him in tarot, guys, there's no gender or sex. So please take it as it resonates. Energies can always be reversed. It's always important to just feel into the energy and see if it resonates with you. All right, so I'm back again. Sorry about that. I think my dog is now settled. He's got a juicy piece of bone marrow that he really wanted to eat, which is why he was disturbing me. But I think there's been a lot of disturbances in this connection. There's been a lot of external energies, but they're loving. They're coming from a loving place. So this is a connection of love, right? And I think right now, DF has reached a point where she's looking at everything with realism, which is a gorgeous way to think about it, because there have been months and years and years. I'm connecting to some DF that has been here for years. I'm talking upwards of 3 to 5 years, who had hope that DM was going to come and come right. And at some point, she figured out self-worth. She figured out, this has nothing to do with me. This person's inability to make a change because they find a beautiful connection, and my ability to take a leap, is all that I have to take myself considered, right? If they can't make that decision, it has nothing to do with me. And I think that is why she's okay to walk away from her wish fulfillment with the 9 of Cups in reverse. She's ready to put swords in it. She's ready to walk away. The only thing is, Spirit is saying that's false victory. Just because you take 3 swords and you run away doesn't mean you put an end to your cycle. Just because you put up a wall of 9 wands doesn't mean you ended your cycle. There's actually a snake here on this wall that you're building, and once the snake sort of leaves, it'll topple over your entire wall. This wall is built on, technically on lies, because if that rabbit touches that snake, that rabbit is dead, right? So she has a wall up. She has definitely cocooned herself and taken herself out of the situation. She's done. She's thinking that he's constantly going to be trapped in fear, and she no longer wants to be trapped in said fear with him. On his side, I think that in the connecting energies between the two, he's watching her very closely, actually. He wants to learn from her. He also finds that his intuition is telling him things about her. I think she's giving him the strength to do whatever he is doing right now, and the fact that I said strength right here in his thoughts and feelings, she's giving him the strength to finally brave up, to take this circle, embrace the change, and let yourself flow with the energy. Okay, so how is DF thinking and feeling about her DM at the moment? She wants to work with him. There is still an energy where she realizes that they have a karmic, not a karmic, that's not the right word. But I do believe that the fact that I said that word means that they have some kind of lesson or behavior pattern to break. And they work together. So she understands that there is some kind of mission here. It's going to help raise the vibration of this relationship, raise the vibration of this entire situation, right? She also has the Two of Wands, so she knows she's ready to move on. This is the Two of Wands is when somebody lays down a wand, they pick up another wand, and they know what direction they're going to go in. That is usually what the Two of Wands means. They're ready to start their journey. They have made a decision of which direction they want to go in. And she also is feeling like the King of Wands. So a lot of masculine energies here, guys. Lots of work and sort of decision-made type of energies. I do believe that looking at this energies, DF is very much in the 3D. There's no cups here. The only cups I have were the reverse 9 of Cups, right? Okay, so how is DM thinking and feeling about DF right now? He senses she wants to move away. He senses that she is moving away. And it's going to take every single ounce of strength from him to come to her. He's going to try to move away. I'm going to tell you this honestly. And it is because he's probably spying on this energy here, and he's not fully able to understand where it's coming from. There are some truths that he needs to look at. He needs to acknowledge, right? The bottom of the deck said there was a King of Swords here with the Knight of Cups and the Emperor. So his divine mission is calling him. He knows he needs to come with love. The problem is, instead of bringing love here, he keeps bringing pentacles. So the energy of the Page of Pentacles, it's a very sweet energy, by the way. It's a very soft, sweet, regal energy. But the problem is the middle connection between them, how they think and feel. They love each other. They want a happy new relationship with each other, a refreshing, exchange of emotions. I'm seeing that the cup here is leaking, so they want to express it. That is how they're thinking and feeling about each other. But what are they doing? One is trying to run away. One is pretending that she doesn't see him as, a partner. She's thinking he's trapped in his fear. He's where he is. I'm guarded. I'm sitting up on my mountain. I'm like the King of Wands. Like, people come to me. I will allow people, like, she's very much in that masculine energy, and he needs to be more in said masculine energy, but with a softness. He needs to bring that Knight of Cups. He needs to be that Emperor for her. And again, remember, guys, tarot can be, anybody can embody any energy and any gender, right? All right, so moving on to the outcomes. So in the outcomes, we have the Queen of Cups, the Ace of Swords, and the Five of Wands. DF, you will continue to have internal struggles to keep down the love you have for your DM. It is a truth you already know. It is a truth that he also knows it. So there's an Ace of Swords here and an Ace of Swords here. You have the Knight of Wands in the bottom, and I think you're going to rush in eventually. Because you've manifested this. You've worked really hard at it. And you don't want to walk away from this right now. But you're also very sad about the cup that you didn't take. And you're not focusing on what you already have with said DM. On the DM side, we finally see some love. So some outcomes are, he's going to, instead of bringing this like king level, emperor level love, he's going to downgrade a bit to the Page of Cups. And the reason he does that is because you're his happiness. The problem is, that is the chicken's way out. Instead of stepping up and being the Knight of Cups, the Emperor, the King of Cups for you, he's going to chicken out. And effectively, the connecting energy here is the end of a cycle. And I'm not saying you guys are breaking up. Oh my God, please don't ever go there, okay? I am saying that this particular cycle of the way you guys are interacting with each other, because we do see DM almost coming to the cusp of like doing something, the cusp of like getting somewhere, of finally knowing and actually seeing cycles turn. So if I can give any word of advice here, is focus on the love. And I know that it's hard to focus on the love. This guy doesn't give me enough. How am I supposed to focus on love when, you know, that person is trapped in fear forever? They don't actually make a move. And when they do, no, see, I just split the deck. Be the Empress you are. An Empress does not give a shit about measuring. She has so much to give. She births the whole world. She is so self-sufficient. She is creativity. She is spirit in its purest, beautiful form. All right, I'm going to pull a bit of advice for DF. I normally just, try to keep these short, but I think it's important to understand what's the advice for DF in this situation. What should she be doing now? We know that she's kind of hiding the fact that she feels Queen of Cups level love for this person. Because like a page coming to meet a queen is kind of disappointing if you ask me. Okay, she needs to let the cycle turn. This is interesting because he got the world, she gets the world. This cycle has to end. I think you both need to get out of this sticky situation where one person is ready, one person is not, one person stabs themselves in the back, the other person sort of has to sit back, then the other person puts up a defense, then one person is like writing the other person off. It's just, even when I'm saying it, it starts to sound a little toxic, doesn't it? And where we know that that's not the energy here. Wow. For him, he needs to bring the love. He needs to bring the love. And just in case universe was like, I didn't stutter, 9 of Pentacles. That is pre-Empress energy and Empress energy back to back with the Knight of Cups and the Strength card. He needs to bring the love. Okay, I'm going to get one more card for the DF. Let the cycle end though, DF, because I think you're in a lot of pain right now, and I think it's coming from resistance. Yeah, because once you end the cycle, you get victory, and he had victory right here. So the repeating message in the order that it came in is blowing my mind through tarot, but you definitely need to get in, let that cycle end so you can get into the headspace where he is. I don't know how, he surpassed you a little bit, but that's okay. Equal give and take. You are working very hard. You've done a lot of hard work for this relationship and this connection, right? And we don't do it for the purpose of getting something back in return. We do it because we need to heal. We do it because these connections bring to light what is missing, what is broken, what is meant to be in a way. That's how we all feel, right? When we cross eyes with these people that are, that feel like mirror images to us, that feel like a part of our soul. All right, so let's get some Moonology advice for the DF. Okay, we got a couple. Spirit is being chatty. Work through your fears. I can tell you there's a lot of fear here. As much fear as there is on the side of the DM, there's a lot of fear on the DF side right now. You are good enough. So please remember, just because you may have felt not good enough in this situation, that doesn't mean that this person's seeing you this way. In fact, this person wants to give you a full new beginning. This person feels something. And your commitment is being tested. Absolutely, your commitment in this situation, in this journey, is being tested right now. All energies are direct, right? In the astrology. So now, whatever has been stopping, blocking, slowing down, the energies that are meant to flow will flow for the next, I believe, 3 months until April. So make the best of it. Like, I know that it's hard right now, but try to make the best of it. Work through those fears, learn, and remember the work that you've done on yourself. You are good enough. All right, I'll get 3 cards for the DM. Hold your vision, be bold, and make the first move. Oh my goodness, I love tarot. And a time to give rather than take. So, I mean, this is just beautiful energy. Could this be any more like, and then what do you need to release at the bottom for both? And nothing yet is set in stone. Step out of your comfort zone, and communication is key. So, I mean, these are very simply like very clear cards. I do believe that there is some energies here that are telling me that there is a potential for something to happen maybe during Virgo season, which is late August, early September. But again, time is a construct, right? Like a time is a 3D construct that we've given ourselves so that we can map it out and so that then we can parcel it off in our life. So DF, you still have some work to do, and that's okay. The journey is all about the ebbs and flows of life. So flow with the energy right now that is being given to you. Start to look into the commitment that you had to yourself when you started this journey. In that sense, initially the commitment was, this person is coming back. I just know it in my gut and I feel committed to them. Or it's, you know what, this isn't over. Or it's, I deserve better. We've gone through phases of this commitment in this journey. So keep steadfast to that. Remember your self-worth, right? Keep working through those fears that are bubbling up. Each time you work through them, they get a little bit less intense. Each time you work through them, 24 hours it used to probably take you maybe 7 days to get over an initial feeling that your DM would leave you with, and now you're finding each time it's less and less and less and less, until maybe one day they can come to you and say something and you will not have that visceral reaction. And you guys, I am no better, I'm just saying, like, I'm a reader here. I am pulling on the energies, but to pull on the energies I have to feel the energies as well. So I am no different here. I am actually smack dab with all of you in this DF journey, and I know how hard it's been, and we are so used to having things not work out that when they when they kind of glimpse like they might be, we immediately probably will put our walls up and sabotage ourselves because we don't want to feel the pain. But truly, to feel successful, victorious, we need to let this cycle end. Okay? On the DM side, they need to know that they already know that you make them feel victorious. They already know that a cycle needs to turn and they want to bring a new 3D beginning. They need to hold that vision because there are a lot of energies here that tell me that they're going to sabotage themselves and shoot themselves in the foot. They need to bring love into the situation. They need to give more than take, right? They have no problem taking energy. We all know that. That's why we're the conduit that pushes them outward to learn and then come back and teach in this dynamic of energy that is a twin flame. Alrighty. Deep, 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 big energies, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me here. I apologize for all of the interruptions. I will put timestamps in the bottom if I can. And I wish you guys a beautiful week. I will try and do some pick a card and potentially maybe a singles read again, just to see if there are some other energies coming out. And thank you so much for joining me here. If you like this content, please like, share, and subscribe. Even if you don't like the content, dislike it so that I can understand what I can change for the next time. Thank you very much and have a wonderful week. Bye.